This afternoon marks an important moment. For the first time in recent memory, we're starting the public process of our hearings right here in the San Fernando Valley at Van Nuys City Hall.
The budget is a reflection of who we choose to protect. Immigrants, you said it before, LA is a city of immigrants and has and will always welcome immigrants with open arms. No matter where we were born, how we came to this country, how you worship or who you love, Angelinos protect each other. That's who we are, and that's what our policies must reflect. The proposed budget allocates $0 to the day labor centers or Rep LA. Without these funds, our community members face deportation. That's what's at stake. Fund Represent LA and fund the state's labor centers. Thank you.
The year we already helped over 1,000 members, 1,000 workers and placed 30,000 jobs. These essential workers who stepped up during COVID cleaned up our streets and served our communities. Defunding these centers is a betrayal. It erases people's dignity and puts our lives at risk. Devuelvan los fondos ya. We won't be silent. We won't let this happen quietly.
Day laborers are some of the most vulnerable immigrants who stand outside and are visible, looking to make their bread, their daily bread for their families, are always under attack. And they're under attack especially now. All we have to do is see what happened in Pomona earlier this week in terms of the detention of 15 to 20 day laborers outside of a Home Depot. Day labor centers are an alternative to this. They serve as public health centers, work source centers. This is where wildfire workers were trained and are continuing to clean up. We need to defend day laborers, not defund them. Thank you.
The laborers, we help with the cleaning
Tras los incendios de enero
behind the fires of January.
en los parques y con la distribución de pañales,
In the parks and the distribution of diapers,
comida, juguetes,
food, toys,
y hacemos mucho por esta ciudad.
and we do so much for this city.
Como trabajadores inmigrantes,
As immigrant workers,
también somos parte de esta comunidad.
we're also part of this community.
Pedimos un presupuesto con
We're-
fondos para los
We're asking for a
centros
budget
jornaleros.
with funds for these
Muchísimas gracias.
laborers. Thank you very much.
Since this is one continuous meeting, each person is allowed to give comment once. So if you spoke last Friday in Van Nuys, you will be not be given an opportunity to speak again.
You will have 1 minute for the only item on the agenda, that is the budget itself. So it is quite broad, but it does need to be related to the budget. We also have to and we will let you know if your time is expired. It's not because we don't want to hear from you, it's because, as you can see, there are a lot of people here. There were a lot of people here on Friday, and there are still people outside of this council chamber who would like to speak.
Good afternoon. My name is Joy Richardson, and I am speaking on behalf of St. Joseph Center. And I'm here to respectfully urge that the City Council make every effort to ensure that St. Joseph Center receives the payments for services provided between October and December of 2024 immediately. The delay in the payments has placed a significant financial strain on our organization and is directly impacting our ability to continue services to the most vulnerable members of our community.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daniel Barrientos. I work for the Downtown Community Job Center. You just heard from one of our members, and I'm here to say that we oppose the cuts to the day labor centers because they provide crucial resources. We hold employers accountable who didn't pay their workers. We make sure that they know their rights and they know the proper work environment that they deserve and should be in. But also, as a lifelong Angelino and private citizen, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that the city is over $500 million owed from lawsuits to because of LAPD to the city. What is that? That's ridiculous. And then you want to make up for that with austerity measures, ruining a lot of people's lives by laying them off? That's absolutely ridiculous. And it's quite frankly, embarrassing to a lot of us that love this city.
Laborers who work in the cleaning sector, we are on the front lines when we're talking about any emergency, any health crisis, or any climate crisis.
Como cuando comenzó la pandemia de COVID-19.
Just like when COVID-19 started.
Nosotros fuimos parte de trabajadoras esenciales. Continuamos haciendo nuestro trabajo aún con los riesgos de nuestra salud y a costa de empleadores abusivos.
And during COVID-19, we were part of the essential workers. We kept on doing our job even though we were taking risks and even though we were working under sometimes abusive employment conditions. But we are invisible to the mayor, who does not recognize our contributions and is eliminating the support of our center in Los Angeles.
Y demuestra que no le importa nuestra seguridad y nuestras protecciones.
And she shows that she doesn't care about our safety or our protections.
En los centros jornaleros se ofrecen asistencia y apoyo a trabajadores para asegurar que se respeten nuestros derechos laborales.
In worker centers, they make sure that we learn about our rights and that our rights are protected.
Y que nos paguen salarios dignos y justos.
And that
Queremos fondos para los centros jornaleros. Gracias.
And that we are paid dignified and just salary, and we are asking for resources for the workers' offices. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Cindy, and I'm here to express my deep outrage and heartbreak over the city's decision to cut funding for day labor centers. Day labor centers ensure immigrant workers don't experience exploitation, abuse, and even deportation, given what happened at Home Depot in Pomona. Sorry, Los Angeles calls itself a sanctuary city, yet you are turning your back on the very people who clean our homes, rebuild after disasters, and even risk their lives during the LA fires. These centers are essential for public safety, dignity, and basic human rights. Defunding them is not only wrong, it's dangerous. And shame on Karen Bass and this council for even considering this budget. And it's harming lives and the families and all these layoffs. Please fund the day labor centers and protect the people. And defund LAPD, like, come on.
As we are commemorating Workers' Memorial Day today, it's important to remember that day laborers and household workers are part of an industry that has historically been left behind when it comes to health and safety, labor protections, immigration, access to healthcare, housing, and other vital benefits that every human being should have. By leaving the day labor centers out of her budget, Mayor Bass is shooting down a program that not only supports day laborers and household workers with employment, but is also the only place they trust to receive resources and support, especially in this political climate. Day labor centers linking uninsured workers to community clinics to access medical and free or low-cost health services. They also host targeted health education. The city of Los Angeles made history in 2019 when they made their what's proclaimed as Dia del Jornalero.
Speaker, your time has expired. So again, we're gonna have to move on to the next speaker. And just to reiterate, because I know we've had some people come in since the start of the meeting, I understand the minute can go by quickly. We're adhering fairly close to that 1 minute because we need to give everybody roughly the same amount of time. So it's not because we don't want to continue to hear your comments. If you're unable to wrap up your comments within that 1 minute, remember there's opportunities to provide additional written public comment if you'd like at lacouncilcomment.com. Go ahead.
My name is Talia Inlander, and I'm the Deputy Director of the Center for Immigration Law and Policy at UCLA. As the federal government attempts to vastly expand enforcement in our cities and fast-track deportations, Angelenos have never been at more risk of permanent separation from their loved ones with no due process. The REP LA program, born in 2017, was created to meet a moment like this. It provides life-saving legal support to Angelenos in the face of a harsh and discriminatory immigration system. Over 60 community orgs have asked for $4 million to sustain and expand the program in this moment of federal repression, yet the mayor's budget allocates $0 to the program. It's a shocking abandonment of the city's commitment to its immigrant community.
Wage theft is not an issue, it's a driver of poverty and displacement. Protect the Office of Wage Standards and show our communities they matter. And as a product of the day labor program, I strongly urge you to restore full funding for day labor community job centers in this year's budget. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Carmen Gutierrez. I'm an organizer with the Clean Car Wash Workers Center. Carwacheros are primarily low-wage immigrant workers that constantly face the threat of experiencing wage theft, labor violations, and because of this, homelessness and food insecurity. Carwacheros disproportionately experience minimum wage, rest, and meal break violations. Defunding the Office of Wage Standards would be a clear stand against worker protections. The cuts would eliminate crucial outreach and investigative staff, which in turn disables our early warning system for workplace abuse. Immigrant workers, more than ever, need to know that LA County will continue to invest in worker protections. We call on Mayor Bass and the LA City Council to reverse these harmful cuts, restore funding to the Office of Wage Standards, protect day labor centers, and implement long overdue reforms to protect workers, especially under this current administration.
Good afternoon. My name is Berta Gonzalez, and I am the community organizer at the Clean Car Wash Workers Center. I'm here to urge Mayor Bass and the LA City Council to reverse the harmful cuts to the Office and Wage Standards. LA is in a wage theft crisis. Workers lose over $26 million every week, especially immigrants and workers of color. Cutting 13 of 20 investigator positions at OWS leaves these workers defenseless and invites further exploitation.
Good evening, council members. My name is Guillermo Quintanilla. I am a member of the Carecen community. It is alarming to hear that there are no fundings put aside for legal representations from the city at this time, when attacks for the immigration community are growing and growing every day. This should be a time when we increase resources, not decrease, which is why I'm asking for you guys to include the Represent LA $4 million funding. Additionally, day labor centers were also given $0 on the proposed budget. This is unacceptable. The centers bring jobs in dignity, good paid jobs to immigrant communities. We need these resources, and they might be allocated to the day labor centers. Thank you.
Buenas tardes.
Good evening.
Mi nombre es Juan Luis Hernández.
My name is Juan Luis Hernández.
Tengo año y medio viviendo en la ciudad de Los Ángeles.
I've been 1 year and a half living in the city of Los Angeles.
Y soy miembro del Centro Jornalero de Carecen.
I am a member of the Worker Center Carecen.
Actualmente estoy en un proceso de asilo y soy estudiante del idioma inglés.
Nowadays I am in the process of asylum and I am a student of English.
Durante este tiempo he sido voluntario a través de Carecen.
During this time I've been volunteering in Carecen.
Limpiando calles en la ciudad de Pasadena después de los incendios.
Cleaning cities in the city of Pasadena after the fires.
Trabajo como vendedor ambulante.
I work as a street vendor.
Y el centro me ha apoyado para encontrar trabajos adicionales.
And this center has supported me to find additional jobs.
Que me han ayudado para subsistir.
They have helped me to live.
Trabajo limpiando las calles de Los Ángeles.
I also work cleaning the streets of Los Angeles.
Que aunque es una batalla interminable contra la basura,
although it is an indefinite battle against waste and trash,
lo hago con mucha responsabilidad.
I do it with great responsibility.
Soñamos que esta ciudad será más limpia y maravillosa.
We dream that this city might become cleaner and wonderful.
Por eso les pedimos que continúen dando el apoyo económico.
That is why we ask you to continue to give the economic support
que necesita el Centro Jornalero Carecen
that this Worker Center Carecen needs.
Y el programa Representa a Los Ángeles.
And the program Represent LA.
Ya que son indispensables para continuar apoyando a personas como yo.
They are necessary to keep on supporting people like me.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
Buenas tardes.
Good evening.
Me llamo Dani Hernández.
My name is Dani Hernández.
Soy madre soltera y llevo más de un año trabajando como jornalera.
I am a single mother and I've been more than a year working as a worker.
En el Centro de Jornaleros de Carecen.
In the Worker Center Carecen.
Dependo del centro para encontrar un trabajo seguro y un salario justo.
I depend on this center to find a job and a worth salary.
algo importante para mí como mujer en este sector.
This is something important for me as a woman in this sector.
Me rompe el corazón saber que no hay recursos financieros
It breaks my heart to know that there are no economic resources
asignados para el Centro de Jornaleros para este año.
assigned for this Workers' Center for this fiscal year.
El Centro de Jornaleros no solo es un sistema de apoyo para mí,
The Workers' Center is not only a support system for me,
sino también para muchos otros miembros de la comunidad.
it is also important for many other members of the community.
Es un espacio donde aprendo sobre los recursos comunitarios y mis derechos
This is a space where I learn about community resources and my rights
como trabajadora.
as a worker.
También es un espacio de confianza en un momento en el que el gobierno federal
This is also a space of trust in a moment where the federal government
está atacando a la comunidad inmigrante.
is attacking the immigrant community.
Por esto solicito que por favor se asignen recursos financieros
That is why I asked to please allocate resources
a los centros jornaleros y el programa que representa a Los Ángeles.
to center workers and the represent LA.
Gracias.
Thank you.
And just a reminder, we've got 220 people to get through still. We're going to get through as many as we can, so we ask that you limit your remarks to a minute. Thank you.
I'm sorry, the gentleman who just shouted out, again, in order to facilitate as many public commenters as possible, please do not disrupt this meeting. Thank you. So the disruption is the instruction that the chair has given. So I see that it is Mr. Akili. I'm going to ask politely, Mr. Akili, please do not disrupt this meeting. This is your first and only formal warning. I'm sorry, Speaker. Go ahead.
Sir, this is your last, I ask that you remove him from the meeting so that we can get to the people who have signed up to speak. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Muffet Brinkman, and I'm just thankful that I'm not you people up there, because you have a lot of hard decisions. Let's be honest, 2025 is a dumpster fire. Every day our federal government takes us further down a fascist hellscape, stripping us of our constitutional rights and destroying our democracy. The administration even announced today that they're going to be issuing an executive order soon to come after sanctuary cities. So what can the LA City Council do to bring us a shimmer of hope? They can say F you to the Cheeto-in-Chief and fund the LA Day Labor Centers, showing the orange wannabe dictator that LA will continue to support the immigrant community through the LA Day Labor Centers, Immigrants Integration, and Path to Citizenship programs. Funding the LA Day Labor Centers would also show the rest of America that some of us still believe in Emma Lazarus's words when she wrote, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses breathing for free. Send me these. I lift my lamp beside the golden door." Council, I proclaim the golden door should be LA, and you can erect it by funding the LA Day Labor Centers.
Buenas tardes, concejales. Mi nombre es Andrea López. Pertenezco al Distrito 1.
Good evening, council members. My name is Andrea Lopez. I belong to District 1.
Soy parte de la colectiva de transformación comunitaria y me gustaría que mis impuestos fueran invertidos en la educación de jóvenes.
I am part of the collective transformation, and I would like that my taxes be used in the investment of education.
Que no quiten los fondos para la educación en las escuelas y nuestros hijos inmigrantes.
To not remove the funds for the schools, and especially for our immigrants' children.
También soy trabajadora del hogar y me gustaría que devuelvan los fondos a los centros jornaleros como IDEPSCA Mujeres en Acción.
I am also a worker at home, and I would like you to give back the funds to the worker centers.
Un lugar donde nos dan recursos, información y nos enseñan a abogar por nuestros derechos.
It is a place where they give us resources, and they help us and train us to defend for our rights.
Gracias.
Thank you.